Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called partitioning into minimum number of deci-binary numbers. So what is a deci-binary number? It is just a number which consists of digits 0 and 1 only. So the number cannot have any other digits apart from 0 and 1. Also one more condition is that it should not have any leading zeros. So it should not have 0 in the beginning. So let's go to our problem. You are given a string n, which is actually a integer, considered to be an integer. So return the minimum number of positive deci-binary numbers needed so that they sum up to n. So let's take the first example, which is 32. So let's say you want to make 32. How can you make 32? Now there are many different ways of making 32. Let's say you add 16, that will give you 32. But is this allowed? No, it's not allowed. Why is this not allowed? Because it is said in the question that you have to use only the digits 1 and 0. Now, how do you make 32 using only the digits 1 and 0? So, let's consider the unit digit. At the unit digit, you need 2. If you need 2, what do? If you need two, can you make two using zeros? Let's say I take so many zeros. Will that aid in any way to make two? No. So all the zeros are just basically useless because they are not going to help in any way to make two. So what do you need? You need one. You need the number which has a value which is one. So you need one. How many ones do you need? Is one sufficient? No. Is two ones sufficient? Yes. If you take two ones, you will be able to make the unit digit which is 2. You need not take more ones. If you take more ones, okay. Now to make 2, you can also take let's say 12 ones. Okay. If you just keep on adding and if you take 12 ones, okay, you will get the sum of all these as 12. But you can make the unit digit as 2. But is this minimum? So to make the minimum to make the value 2, minimum number of ones that you can take is 2. You can of course take 12 ones, you can take 22 ones, you can take 32 ones, you can take 42 ones, you can take whatever you want with the ending digit 2, but they are not going to be minimum. So the minimum way to make 2 is just to take 2 ones. Okay, what about the next unit digit 3? So to make 3, how many ones do you need? Now you see there is no carry on. There is no carry on from behind. You are not getting any support because there's going to be no carry on. You are always taking the minimum ways to make this 2. So it is just 2 ones. So you have to take 3 ones to make 3. So you can not have less than 3 ones. If you take less than 3 ones and if you take other zeros also, it's going to be useless. Okay, you need minimum 3 ones. So what you do? You write 3 ones and this digit can take the value of 0. So once you take these three numbers 10, 11 and 11, and if you add them you will get the value 32. So it is simply that. And we can even see the hints in the questions. It's very interesting. Logically they are explained. So think about the input has only one digit as we saw. So for example 2 or for example 3. So if you have the digit 2, then you need 2 ones. If you have the digit 3, you need 3 ones. Okay, let's see hint 2. Now the input has multiple digits, then you can solve for each digit independently and then just add. So that's what we went digit by digit. So once we saw for digit 2, then we went for digit 3. And you, what is the answer in this case? Answer is 3, because if you just take 2 ones, you will not be able to make the number. You need to take minimum 3 ones. Okay, and then you will be so minimum 3 numbers you need, 10, 11 and 11 again to make 32. Now let's see the last hint, which is just giving you the answer. So the answer is equal to the max digit. Okay, so take the examples also. So second example is 82734. For making 4, you will need 4 ones. For making 3, you need 3 ones. For 7, you need 7 ones. For 2, you need 2 ones. But for making 8, we are not getting any carry ons from behind also. It's very important to understand this because you are taking the minimum ones at each step. So for making 8 ones, you need minimum 8 numbers, and they are going to have 1 as the value of this frontmost digit. Other digits, for example, when you need to make 2, you can have only 2 numbers with value 1 at this particular digit. Others can be 0. You need to have only 2 ones in this case. But for the frontmost digit, you need to have 8 ones. Okay, take this big number. Don't get scared by the big number. Simple answer is the maximum value of the digit, which is 9 in this case. So you have to just return 9. So that's it. And let's just code this. Once we have understood the logic, it's very simple. So the only thing is string is passed. You don't have a direct direct value. So, and actually you can get very big value. So it's a good thing they didn't give direct value. Converting string is very easy. So we'll just iterate over. So let's say for char x, which is a part of the string n. So taking each character, and we are going to see the which is the maximum value among these characters. So what do? You take the ASCII value. So see, each character will have ASCII value between 48 to 57. So why is this? Because 0 corresponds to 48, and then you will have 9 corresponding to 57. Okay. So since this is the ASCII value in C++, so to get the integer value, let's say int current, which represents the current value, you can simply subtract 48. So for example, okay, let's take example. Suppose you get the digit, your digit is 3. Okay, so its ASCII value will be equal to 51. So corresponding ASCII value that will be stored is 51. So if you write in place of x, you will see 51, and then 51 minus 48 will give you 3. So 51 minus 48 will finally give you back the value 3, which you can store in the integer current. Now what you have to do, you have to see the maximum value. So what we'll do, let me declare a variable answer that is going to be 0. This is what we are going to return. So answer is going to be maximum of answer and the current value that it is seeing. So whichever is maximum. If answer already has seen a bigger digit, it's okay. If it has not, if the current is the bigger digit, that will be stored in answer, and finally you can return answer. So this was a simple problem, but a good problem, something which you can think about, and once you get the solution, it's very easy to code it. You have to just find the maximum digit. So it's fine, and let me just submit and see if it is getting accepted. So it's getting accepted. Thank you for being patient and listening.